Witam serdecznie, Rodzino. Po raz kolejny dzisiaj w live, w którym będziemy gościć naszego brata, który będzie się zwracał do nas, do rodziny rozproszonej w języku polskim, w języku angielskim. Brat TY, z którym mam od jakiegoś czasu kontakt. Pomyślałem sobie, że zanim do nas brat zadzwoni, zrobimy małe introduction, że tak powiem, tego, kim jest brat TY. Jedno z pierwszych, z lepszych, znaczy pierwsze lepsze, powiedzmy w ten sposób, nagranie, które YouTube mi zasugerował, by utworzyć. Wpisałem po prostu Brother TY i będziemy za chwilę gościć tą osobę w HAYAH TV.
We're gonna go there. Let's not change something. Now, this is the phenotype of the beginning of creation right here. This is what they look like right here. The beginning, Adam. Humanity. Adam. I said Adam was look like him. Adam is Negroid. Adam is Negroid. Hold the books. Show me Adam. Hold on. You know the full Greeks of races? Tell me. I don't know. Tell me. You know the classification? Tell me. Black African. White.
Krótka introdukcja, jeżeli będziecie chcieli, to brata TY możecie znaleźć. Ja umieszczę link do nagrań, które brat TY w swoim czasie zrobił. Te nagrania, które ja oglądałem, w których brat TY występował, były to nagrania, które głównie były nagrywane w Londynie, w miejscu, które się nazywa Speaker's Corner. W tych rozmowach, w których ja śledziłem mądrość zawartą w bracie, słuchając tego, co ma do powiedzenia. Głównie brat zwracał się do muzułmanów i debatował z muzułmanami na temat tego, jakie jest pochodzenie muzułmańskiej religii. Tak, kochane? Tak, słoneczko? Przepraszam was na chwilę. Tak, Janaszku? Przepraszam was serdecznie. Już jestem z wami. Słuchajcie, taka mała introdukcja. Jak będziecie chcieli się zapoznać z tym, co brat TY ma do powiedzenia, to możecie po prostu odwiedzić YouTube i sobie pooglądać. Od jakiegoś czasu Siemka, Sławek Czechowski, witaj bracie. Z tego, co mi wiadomo, brat TY, można powiedzieć, zaprzestał nagrywania, uploadowania filmów na YouTube. Z przyczyn, podejrzewam, technicznych, być może również osobistych. Jedną z takich przyczyn, podejrzewam, jest właśnie trudna sytuacja finansowa, w której brat się znajduje w tym momencie. Nie wiem o co. O, jest i Wąski Joe. Wypuścili mnie z kabiny. Wąski Joe, witaj serdecznie. Wąski Joe, ty naprawdę chyba polubiłeś HAYAH TV. Wąski Joe, nasz dyżurny ateista. Cieszę się z twojej obecności, Wąski Joe. No co, ja zarobiłem pieniądze dzisiaj za siedzenie i gadanie do was. No, easy money, tak zwane. A w ogóle to zrobiłem dzisiaj już takiego live'a, w którym zapowiadałem przyjście i obecność brata TY, także możecie sobie obejrzeć tego live'a, jak się wgra, jeszcze się chyba nie wgrał. No ten live trochę potrwał, bo ten live zamienił się, można powiedzieć, w Q&A. Czekałem na telefon od brata Taja, ale kafejka, w której brat Taj przesiadywał, miała remont, z tego co rozumiem, linii elektrycznej. No i po prostu brat Taj no po prostu został poinformowany, że no pół godziny zajmie jeszcze maksymalnie ta naprawa. Okazało się, że ta naprawa się przedłużyła i tak siedziałem, gadałem z wami, oczekując na telefon od brata Taja. No się nie doczekałem. No mam nadzieję, że w tym momencie się doczekamy odwiedzin brata Taja. Być może będę starał się w międzyczasie. Cześć, witaj Anna, Gabriel, Drabik, SZS, witam. Dzik, co pan sądzi o legalizacji marihuany? Bo jak ludzie piją, to czemu ja nie mogę palić? Co pan sądzi o tym? Zdecydowanie, ja bym zalegalizował marihuanę. To, co powinno być zakazane, zdecydowanie. No przykładem spustoszenia, które w mózgach robi w Polsce alkohol, no jest polskie społeczeństwo. Co alkohol robi z ludźmi? Gabriel Drabik, witam was serdecznie. Także słuchajcie, po raz drugi dzisiaj zwracam się o pomoc finansową. Z tego powodu jest to nagranie. Pomoc finansową, której potrzebuje w tym momencie w życiu brat Taj, który w czasie covidiozy udał się do Afryki. No i zbieg wydarzeń sprawił po prostu, że no z tego czy z innego powodu być może brat Taj nas poinformuje o tym. Znaczy ja coś tam wiem, ale zostawię to bratowi do powiedzenia, jeżeli brat będzie chciał się podzielić detalami, dlaczego, co i jak sprawiło, że nie mógł wrócić do Europy, to się tymi informacjami z nami podzielił. W każdym bądź razie w obecnej sytuacji znajduje się naprawdę bardzo ciężkiej sytuacji finansowej. Ja od jakiegoś czasu w taki mały sposób, jak jest to możliwe, staram się finansowo bratu pomagać. Ale ze względu na to, że no mam ograniczone środki finansowe, jestem, można powiedzieć, jestem głową 7-osobowej rodziny. Także potrzeby moja rodzina ma ogromne. No dla mnie samego, przyznam wam się szczerze, nie wystarcza w takim wymiarze, jakbym chciał. No pomimo to staram się pomagać bratu, rozumiejąc jego sytuację. Shalom to you, brother, shalom.
Right. So I was thinking, how can we use the computer actually? Do you have Gmail? You speak on Gmail.
Brother, first of all, you gotta fix your noises because we are not able to hear you clearly.
Oh, are you on?
I'm on the phone, but yes, we are on the live already. Yes, we are.
Oh,
live.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
thought
fine.
we were private.
No, I told you
Okay.
I'm gonna put on live as soon as you're gonna ring me up.
Yeah. So share the link with me and let me try on my laptop here. Is that better? Because this phone can go off any minute.
Link to what, brother?
To your live show or to your channel, and then you just add me or something. I don't know how. Your live. Let me not. I hope I'm not mistaken what you're saying. Are you on a live show on your channel, or you're just live, just on the phone? Or?
No, brother. I mean, one phone I'm using for conversing with you, and from other phone I have live on HAYAH TV.
Right, because I want to try and see if I can join you on my computer, via my computer, right?
Okay, so you think you may be able to join me
Via rather than my phone, because my phone can go off easily. The
So-
battery's not very.
I don't quite understand. You want to call me via WhatsApp using your phone?
No, on the computer, either via a link or something, or via I don't know. Are you on YouTube or what?
I am on YouTube, brother, but I am on YouTube recording using a camera in my one phone, and on the other phone.
Okay.
On the other phone,
Okay,
I'm
so what
conversing with you.
Yeah, okay. So what we'll do is I'm going to switch hopefully from phone to computer in a few minutes. But first I will need the link, your YouTube channel name.
Okay, I can send you. I'm sending you a link.
Are you getting comments or live comments on the
the
chat?
Yes, I do, brother.
Okay. Yes. So then let me first link your channel, and then from there. But we can remain on phone for now.
No, I'm listen. I am sending link to one of my last recordings to you right now as we speak.
Okay.
Tell me if you received
Let
it.
me check. On the phone, yeah. Let me see.
Yes, have a look.
1 second. Okay, yeah. So now the link, I can see it, but the link will now need to go. Let me see. I haven't done this for a while now, so
I haven't done it even once, brother. So I wouldn't know what else to send you.
Let me see. 1 second. Oh my. It's now telling me the. What's this?
So what exactly is the problem, brother? Continue conversation as we are at the moment. Explain to me if you may.
It's not really a problem. It's just I want to move off the phone to the computer, because on the computer it's easy for me to just feel free, because this phone is really messed up.
So, brother, quick question. Can you use WhatsApp on your computer?
I haven't really that up. I've tried before, but I can join you on the channel. It's easier that way.
Okay, if you know how to do it, brother, feel free. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
Are you on Gmail?
I am.
Are you on Gmail at all?
I am on Gmail.
So what you do, you copy the link for your live show, and just share it with me.
How can I do? Okay, hold on. I can see. Copy link.
Yeah.
And what to do right now? You say.
Link, and then you send it to my email. I'm sending to.
So hold on. Yes, brother, I am. And hold on, I managed to resume the live, so I'm back live right now.
Okay.
Aaron said hi.
I can't see the mail you sent me yet. I can't see it.
I've sent you on Gmail, brother.
I can't see anything here. I can't see. It's maybe my phone. It looks like my computer is pretty slow as well. Yeah, I can see it's still. Okay. Now it's reloading again.
One thing I saw the other day when I was setting up live, it gives an option to go live together. Do you know how to use this option to go live together?
I've not done that. No, I don't know that one. That's maybe a new thing. Yeah, they always adding new tools. Yeah. So for me, I think my computer is just slow. So I'll let it load up. It's
okay, brother. So let's do this. Let's continue as much as we can using your phone, and then if it crashes, we're just gonna try to figure something out.
Absolutely.
So, brother, I'm gonna say a few words to Polish audience at the moment, and I'm gonna come back to you in English, okay? Także Rodzino, słuchajcie, wybaczcie nam małe problemy techniczne. To jest pierwszy raz, można powiedzieć, kiedy próbujemy nagrania wspólnego, chociaż Brat TY już się pojawiał w HAYAH TV, że wybaczcie nam mały poślizg czasowy, ale 14-15 minut, być może więcej osób przyszło na tego live'a. Także Rodzino, słuchajcie, co tu się dzieje. Mam przyjemność rozmawiać z bratem, który po prostu znajduje się w trudnej sytuacji finansowej. I robimy tego live'a, by dać bratu platformę do tego, by brat mógł się zwrócić w języku angielskim do swoich braci, a ja w jego imieniu zwracam się do Was o pomoc. Pewnie, że chcę lodzika. So Ty, what I said was in short that we're gonna have a conversation here. I'm gonna give you the microphone, and the main purpose of this live is basically to make family aware about your situation, financial situation, which needs to be, fixed ASAP, because honestly, this is the main reason, right? We are meeting today, is it not?
Well, I appreciate that. I didn't really mind just coming on the show, and as we spoke over a year ago, we had plans to just collaborate on information sharing.
Yeah, so brother, let's do this, but just to make it clear.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
I know.
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
saying. I'm saying I appreciate that, but I wouldn't want it to look like I'm coming on your show for the first time just for that.
It might look for those people who do not know you, but I assure you, family, that Brother Ty is a person who, for what I know, was doing the best he could to spread the gospel the best he could, and he wasn't taking penny when he was going to Speaker's Corner, haven't you? Traveling from Coventry to London as much as you could to stand in front of crowd of people and share the knowledge which you have given freely. So maybe this is the time to give back to brother in need.
Oh wow. Well, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate your generosity and the love of the family online as well. I wish you could teach me some Polish so I can try and greet them in Polish.
Maybe some other day. So listen, once we said this, I can give you the microphone right now, and I mean we can go whatever direction this conversation can go, just whatever you want to say.
How is the I can see the link now on my email.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm copying it, and now I want to try to join you maybe live by going on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other one is still a bit slow.
I've got Art Pine Trees writing a message. Sound like a blackish person. Am I right?
Well, they're right, yeah.
I mean, they couldn't be more right, because you're not exactly white, you're not exactly black, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So spot on.
Absolutely.
Spot on.
Okay.
Spot on,
man. Absolutely. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Say hi to that person. Shalom to that person. Greetings to that person.
Art Pine Trees. Thank you for this honest accession of Brother Ty, and you are exactly right.
That's right. Frank. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see how I'm going to do this. So I'll do paste, and I'll be able to see your channel in a minute, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. So I can see your channel now. You flattering the situation, brother. I saw myself on the thing there, so I thought that was my channel. But anyway, blessings to you. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear, brother.
Okay, so now I can try to. The best thing would be to try to sign in. So I'm actually signed in. So if I make a comment, you'll probably be able to see me, okay?
Okay.
Let me say, Shalom. It's all in capital letters, just so you don't miss it. Shalom.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna read the
last
message.
The last comment there is Art Pine, right?
Art Pine Trees, yes.
At Pine Trees, yeah. So I'm following. I'll be the next message there.
Okay. So brother is writing, explaining. Yeah, I can see you, brother now. Shalom from Brata TY.
Okay. So now, so yeah, I'm trying to still figure out how to. Oh, how do you now pass the microphone to anyone on the channel now? I have to use a microphone on my computer then, right?
Brother, I have no idea. I never done that.
Okay, I would have helped you to set this up a little bit better.
I mean, this is our time, brother. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, only I know. You're using the computer, you said, or the phone, yeah?
If I'm gonna tell you computer, would you believe me?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
No, so I mean, how could you believe me? I told you 3 times already. I'm using my phone.
Oh wow, okay. On the phone, I wouldn't be too sure, you know, because you may try to do it and then it crashes, because I don't know how the phones operate. But on the computer, it would have added a software, and that software would allow all of us, unless you have Google. Do you have Google Gmail? But then everyone who wants to join would have to have Google Gmail, yeah?
I have Google Gmail. I've sent you a message from Google Gmail, haven't I?
Yeah. So do you know how to start a chat on Google Gmail?
Not a clue, brother.
How to... let me see if it's still as easy as it used to be.
Do you know how you sound, according to Art Pine Trees, brother? Do you know how you sound?
No. Tell me.
Like a super high boss nigga.
Super high. Repeat that again, please.
You sound like a super high boss nigga.
Whoa, super high boss. That's a new phrase.
That's deep. That's deep. That's so deep.
That's a deep one. I'm gonna need some kind of unpacking for that one, you know.
The only option I have here on the phone is like channel activity, add as moderator. I could add someone as a moderator, but I don't think I could add someone right now.
Yeah, but besides that, do you have the way to? So if you go on your, you still need that software to do it.
But brother, let me ask you like abstract question. Like, what is the problem for us today to have this conversation without setting anything else? I can hear you right now. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, you said you wanted people to see me on your show and then hear my voice.
I mean, I didn't say I want people to see you. I showed you actually before we started. I gave a little taste of who you are. I wanted to see you when I talk to you.
Okay, but you wanted us to do a video call?
I mean, I would rather, speak to someone I can see, definitely.
Okay. All right, I'm going to switch to video call on my...
Okay. And listen, we can maybe step by step, let's just keep it basic today. Let me be...
No, it's fine. I haven't done this for a while, and I feel like I want to really, but let me try it. It's okay, brother. Don't worry.
You feel like you want to go full steam ahead, like you want to, give. Yeah. I understand. But I mean, let's do it. Let's do it basic way, and the next time. Oh, there you go. Here we go.
Yeah.
I can see you now, brother. Can you see me?
Okay. I can see your icon, but I can't see your video.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Now you're there. Now
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, do excuse me. I'm wearing it.
Have a little lollipop. So, in case you wonder,
how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing alright.
My hair is in a mess. So
okay.
My hair is in a mess.
Fix yourself. Fix your hair because I'm gonna show you to the family.
Oh wow! I wish I got my comb. Yeah. Anyway, I always wear hats.
I know.
So I'm always a hat wearer.
So,
Let me comb the afro. Let me comb the afro.
so I'm sorry if I, okay, it's good enough.
Let me comb the afro.
Okay, so so family, I do apologize, but I'm gonna have privilege today looking at our brother's afro.
It's okay, brother. Ooh, I haven't combed my hair for 3 days or what? That's amazing.
No, but honestly, listen, brother, I mean, you're looking good. Don't tell me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't tell me. You aging. I mean, you like good wine, I have to say. You're looking very good.
Oh, really? Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. You're not looking bad yourself, man.
Oh, you just say this because you need to give it back.
No, seriously, man. No, seriously. You know, there's faces that sometimes look very tired, very haggard, very drained, but you've got a glow,
Listen,
glowing.
you like
Faces are
opposite.
lifted.
You're like opposite of the comments which I'm receiving recently. I'm riding in the traffic, and the man is coming and is saying, "Listen, you need to quit those drugs. You need to quit those, this alcohol because you look so tired. You know, how are you looking so so bad?"
Well, maybe they've seen a fresher version of you.
maybe they
Yeah.
do.
So they have a right, or what's the word now? Yeah, they more But yeah, you and I, we speak a lot, but we hardly speak on video. We spoke on video once or twice, I think. Maybe
once.
even over a year.
Maybe.
Over a year ago, I think. Eh?
Something like that, yeah. I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah, well over a year ago. But you still look young, man.
Thank you.
I myself, I think you have a problem even believing that, right?
Believe in what?
Believing that you look young.
Me looking young. I mean, brother, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But
Yeah.
I know the way I look. You're not gonna, wind me up.
No, I wish you could share that with us. How do you perceive your look? Do you perceive it as an old look, or how do you?
Listen, I think the important thing is the way I feel. The way I feel about myself. I'm happy in my skin.
Exactly.
Let's put it this way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm aging graciously. I don't mind.
That's the word.
You know what I mean? I don't mind. Seeing more wrinkles in my
That's the
face.
word.
I don't mind that.
Listen, people sometimes also, they make comments like, "Oh, what's your age? What's your this?" And for me, sometimes I find myself like I might even be very naive about how to perceive myself in terms of age. So like if I'm with 20-year-olds, I feel like I don't feel like I'm any different unless maybe there's a particular reason, because obviously age has a lot of ingredients to it and have a lot of reasons to it. Age, wisdom, experience, strength, stuff like that, So, but sometimes it's not needed. So if it's not needed, you don't feel the age or experience or the mileage of your life at that point. You just live in your life with the right people, be they young, be they old, be they male or female, be they white, be they black, be they, just human. You know what I mean? Or even animals, to point that out, You can just be yourself. It's not, I don't know what your view is on that anyway.
My view is this.
I don't know. I wanted to say one statement to get your view. I don't know if it's part of the egotistical to always want to relate to people or want people to relate to you with the focus being on your age. I don't know.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
This is not type of stuff that I ponder upon too much. For myself, it doesn't make any difference,
Okay.
I have to say that oftentimes when I do live recently, this is the question, people posing very often. How old are you? Do you have wife? Do you have family? Do you drink alcohol? Do you smoke marijuana? Are you a Jew?
Okay.
This type of
Okay.
questions, they just go on and on and on. And the top of the list is
Okay.
definitely how old are you? Yes, I have to say. For some people, I mean,
Alright.
it's like, I think, priority to know my age, you know what I mean?
Okay. And I guess that's probably mostly the women who ask that question the most.
Perhaps, yes. I think they're looking for a life partner, you know?
I get it.
Okay.
Because I think most men are scared to even broach that subject. Anyway.
Listen, Art Pine Tree is, I think, bored with, our loose conversation, and he's saying, let's talk business, let's talk about religion.
Yeah, man, let's go anywhere.
And Art Pine Trees is writing as well, what happened to your lorry car? So I believe Art Pine Tree, write to me in a comment, are you an English speaker natively or are you Polish speaker? And if you are English speaker, I'm flattered to have you on my channel during my live session in Polish language, I have to say.
Okay. Pine trees.
You look like you smoke. I don't smoke anymore, brother. I smoked many a year, but I don't smoke anymore.
What did you smoke? What did you smoke before?
I smoke marijuana only. since
Qualifying it with only makes it sound very innocent.
I mean, very innocently. For most of my life, I was marijuana smoker without tobacco, purely marijuana.
Okay. Okay. So that was a question from who? From Art Pine, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I know, brother Art Pine Trees, Polish, English, and Bulgarian. Brother, I'm flattered to have someone like you visiting HAYAH TV. And guess what? Antoni Antek is asking, how old are you? And I believe this is question to you.
It can't be to me. He has to let them ask it again. Let's see who exactly they are. I just don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to answer.
So I give you little clue. This is how old it is, and now we're having guessing game. How old is this young man over here? How old is he?
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna. So that was Antoni Antek.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both of you, what? Pine Tree says what? Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy on the good side or the bad side?
No, actually, who are they referring to first? Anyway,
I mean, yeah. Question: 58 is me, or is 58 is Ty? Who is it? I mean, what is it?
Yeah, it's 58. Yeah, who's the 58? Or is it 38 you wanted to write, or 58?
Antoni Antek.
Who is it for?
Antoni Antek. Are you 35, or me is 35, or is brother Ty 35? Can you write to us? It's not clear to us. Both of you.
Okay.
Both of us is 35.
I'm gonna put it. They just say you. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, no. Never mind. Let's leave this topic.
Yeah, no. People won't need to know. I'm writing. I'm typing mine there. Is that okay?
Yeah, type in. I know you are like 19, 18. What are you?
I'm typing old funny English. Me is
old nigga boss.
Me is 5'6", yeah. Old nigga boss. What? At time says somebody is 98. Who's 98?
I think me and you together.
Oh.
Let's see. You are 58. I am 44. This is gonna give us together what?
98, yeah? I don't know.
Close to that.
Anyway, on my own, I'm 56, yeah. I'm 56 now.
But altogether, you and me, we are over a century. So over century sitting over here.
Wow, that is some time, man. That is some time. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You've lived life more than a lot of people who passed on have. You know?
I'll be honest, brother, you know, with the knowledge I have, I mean, without bullshitting you, I know you probably consider yourself wise man as well. And I know this wisdom is in you. Like, even comparing myself to those people who come into comments and, you know, come like, you know, ready for the battle, yeah, I'm asking them a question. As a Christian, as a Catholic, should you keep 10 commandments? And you know, the answer is of course. Until I open the book and in my stupidness, you know, I read them the 10 commandments from the book, which differs what Catholic is believing. You know that, right? What Catholicism have done with 10 commandments.
Yeah.
So on this level, I feel I have to feel like I am, you know, a wise man comparing to many. You know what I mean? Because I can just read the book and agree what it says in it, and it turns out to be, it takes a lot of wisdom just to do that. Like so many people reading the book, even the 10 commandments, and they are not aware actually of what the 10 commandments consist of.
Are many of them same as Catholic or just basic Christian? Because many people don't actually read the text themselves anyway. They just take a translation from a pastor, a priest.
10 commandments is a slogan: thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou not commit adultery, and ask for any more commandments, and supposed to be 10. And those 4, there's nothing wrong with them, but turns out there's more than those basic about, you know, not stealing, not killing, committing adultery. Like, for example, do not make any graven image, which in Catholicism is not being spoken of. Or remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Like we know in Catholicism is the holy day. Remember the holy day to keep it holy. And the day holy is, we know, is not the Sabbath, is the first day of the week, right?
Will you get many people to converse with you over those points? Do you get many people to engage with you over those points?
Recently, in life, when I do lives, this is the subject which comes very often. People come and they accuse me for, you know, spreading Judaism. So I just ask them, for example, seeing new person, trying to, like, you know, teach me what I wouldn't know. I'm asking them a question. Are you a Catholic, perhaps? And brother is answering, yes, I'm a Catholic. So then my conversation go in this direction, brother, like on basic level, should we keep the 10 commandments? And the answer is yes. And then the whole, you know, so to say, hell breaks loose because I'm opening 20th chapter book of Exodus. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you know, I'm becoming the enemy number 1 because I'm just telling them what it says in the book. You know what I mean? So I have to say, speaking to audience in Polish language, yes, this subject comes very often. Many people, even though they are witness to what we believe and teach in HAYAH TV, they still not aware of what the 10 Commandment is.
Okay, what do you want to do now? What do they want to do? What's their point of view? They want you to explain it? They want to share the explanations with you, or
I mean,
what do they want to do now?
most recent experience I have is with one brother who came, like, I believe maybe 2-3 days ago to HAYAH TV for the first time, and he admitted that he is Catholic but not really practicing Catholic, but definitely 10 Commandments is the way to go. and he was promising that he's leaving the channel because he don't like content. Then he came with the next live asking many questions. So I believe maybe what he heard from 20th chapter Exodus like spun his curiosity, so he came asking questions, to which I kindly have answered all of them, and only to like build a grudge in him, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to help him to understand all those things he asked me about. I'm opening the book and reading, try to find an answer in a book to his questions. But the more and more you help, it's like, honestly, I often feel in HAYAH TV this warning which comes from the law of the Most High. Do not cast your pearls before the swines.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I understand. You know, you know, people need time to come to terms, and it's a big shock.
Exactly.
But
they need time. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the same time, like a short assessment is basically, you know, the spirit of hatred is, you know, like the more and more you're trying to help, just answering the question someone is asking, the spirit of hatred, it becomes like bigger and bigger and bigger. So that's my like assessment of what is going on recently.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That happens every day. Yeah, that's the burden that teachers have to take on. When you take the role that you have taken, that's your best friend. That's just expect to get it. You know, like Christ said, if the world has hated me, it will hate you. Because it hated me first, it will hate you too. So you get no love, basically.
I mean, like you said,
it's not like they personally hate you. They don't personally hate you, you know.
They hate the message I'm giving to them.
Exactly, and yeah.
And just because I am the vessel which delivers the message, I just need to take it. And brother, I hope you understand. And I'm always, when I have this type of hatred coming to me, I'm always exaggerating the fact how appreciative I am for all the hate that's coming towards my way. Because thanks to this witness of what is going on, when you shed the light of truth in the darkness and how darkness responds, even those people who are not committed to the light, they seeing what is going on, they're gonna believe for the fact that this is the true witness who have the light is coming to light. And like you said, the student is not greater than his teacher, right? If we know that Christ, our teacher, was suffering, you know, righteous for unrighteous, like this is my job to do it, so I take it with open arms. I do not deviate from taking the hatred. I'm trying to be kind, I'm trying to be polite, and I'm trying to be appreciative.
Someone says, yeah, anyway, I share your views with that, brother. Someone's saying here in the chat, say something in Polish. To you or to me? I like reading chat sometimes. Yeah, Art Pine, I think, was talking to me. He says, you looks good at African films. Thank you, Art Pine. Just to lighten the mood. Yeah, I mean, what's your main topic today anyway, as you said, Brother Tyler?
Brother, main topic today is this. I had 10.5-hour shift at work.
Wow.
And during my work, I have recorded, I think, close to 5 hours of live conversation with Zaczekam. I will wait for Brother Ty to come back because there's something with the internet, I think, delivery to Brata TY. Że brat się pytał, jak mój dzień dzisiaj wyglądał, jaki jest topik. No topik tego nagrania jest taki, że mamy Brata TY'a i sobie rozmawiamy, a ja już dzisiaj topiki, które miałem, można powiedzieć, poruszyłem. Jeżeli chcecie sprawdzić, jakie topiki dzisiaj mieliśmy, przepraszam, w HAYAH TV. Mieliśmy dzisiaj brata Adriana, który dzielił się z nami swoją drogą nawrócenia, tym jak to Chrystus objawił mu się i w jaki sposób Duch Święty go nawrócił. Phone got frozen. Please write to me, Brata TY, in the comment if you can still receive me on YouTube or not. And I will be here waiting for you to come back. So to your question, Brata TY, what is the topic today of life? I mean, you are the topic of this life. I have had few hours today to move the topics I wanted to move. One of the lives, nearly 2 hours, was introduction to your appearance in HAYAH TV. Daniel Inter, top topic. Daniel Inter, please write the comment. Are you a Polish speaker or English speaker? I will try to get back to Brata TY. Let's see if we can do that. Sławomir Bogacz, witam bracie, siemandero. Siemandero bracie. Słuchajcie, tematem tego nagrania, ja wiem, że to tak troszkę wygląda, że wiecie, brat TY się nie pojawia zbyt często w HAYAH TV. Ostatni raz pojawił się, no nie wiem, sporo miesięcy temu, a dzisiaj pojawia się w takim nagraniu, w którym, no bez ogródek powiem, prosimy o pomoc materialną, której brat TY potrzebuje. Także numer do REVOLUTA jest umieszczony w komentarzu tego live'u. Jeżeli macie nadmiar, a chcielibyście się podzielić ze wspaniałą osobą, która w tym momencie w życiu, z tej czy z innej sytuacji po prostu znajduje się w trudnej sytuacji finansowej, to poproszę o waszą pomoc, rodzino. Jeżeli możecie, to pomóżcie. Okej, także z telefonem brata TY chyba jest coś nie tak. Adam Bajda, witaj bracie. Brata TY, can you write a comment if you can see me still on YouTube or not? Art Pine Trees, what do you think about Israel attack? Iran. Old Meso country. Is this question to me? Czy to jest pytanie do mnie, Art Pine Trees, czy to jest pytanie do brata TY'a? Jakbyś mógł napisać. Adam Bajda, Sławomir Bogacz, witam was kochani. Co się tam odwaliło? Dlaczego nie ma naszego przyjaciela z Afryki? Z tego co rozumiem, brat TY ma problemy ze swoim telefonem. To mi tak woli. Ziomek cały dzień na YouTube. No słuchaj, tak wyszło. Byłem w pracy, no miałem dużo czasu wolnego. Czasu, który postanowiłem spędzić owocnie. Mam nadzieję.
Can you hear me, brother?
Guess who's back?
Yeah, I don't know, I think either your phone got frozen or my internet ran out or something.
I think it was your side, brother.
Yeah, okay. I think it's I don't know what happened.
Would it be easier? Would it be easier on your internet to have it just a vocal conversation, or can we go back to video? What do you say?
Yeah, well, yeah, it takes some. Well, yeah, it's okay. We can continue like this for some time.
Okay. Idę się kąpać. Art Pine Trees, he asked the question, but he's too eager to go take a shower, so we're not gonna answer this question now. We're gonna perhaps wait for you, Art Pine Trees, to come back.
Okay. Yeah, what were we saying before the before the phones went off?
Oh, we have you know one of the main trolls in comments right now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Danusia,
Yeah. Okay. You
pozdrawiamy
deal with the
Danusię
audience.
serdecznie.
Yeah. You try and deal with the audience. I don't know. They may need you.
I know, brother. I mean, you are the main, so to say, attraction in this recording. I have spent already several hours today in the topics I wanted to move. One of the topics was you yourself. When you told me, remember, it's going to be like half an hour, you're going to get back to me. After an hour, I decided, okay, I'm gonna make small introduction to you, and I start making introduction, and with time this introduction turned into Q&A. I spent like 2 hours sitting down and talking to family. So honestly, brother, I mean, you are the main attraction of this life. So whatever you wanna inform us about, I mean, perhaps let's do this. And let me ask you, just like, you know, honestly, would you like to talk about your financial situation, or would you rather keep it for yourself and just briefly, you know, what I said so far, just leave it at that?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know, the connection is not as good as it was before. Can you start again? Sorry.
I was saying that, you know, before we started this conversation, and actually in title, as you can see, of this live, I have mentioned that we're gonna have you and...
Oh yeah. Okay, carry on, sorry, yeah.
So my question is, would you like to elaborate on your situation, or we just leave it at that?
Well, maybe you could, I don't know, you could open the ground and then I just add to it. I feel like, you know, I feel a bit better like that. How do you?
Okay.
What do you think?
I mean, I said already what I was, I think, able and willing to say. I mean, what I said so far in the introduction before you came, that I know you from Speaker's Corner, basically, and you are one of the few personalities I met on YouTube with whom I was trying to seek contact. And some time ago, we basically started our, I believe, ongoing friendship, which we're gonna carry on. And you know, honestly, you know, in truth, you informed me some time ago that your situation, it is what it is. You have, I informed family that, in short, that during the time of COVID, you have moved to Africa, which is correct, right?
Yeah.
And for this or other reason, this is what I exactly said, for this or other reason, you stayed there. So would you like to elaborate on that or not?
Yeah, please, yeah.
So go ahead. Maybe tell us what happened.
Difficulty, like trying to move the family here also, because life in the UK had become really, really horrible anyway. There was no real life. It was just existence, you know. So our online idea was to move to Africa, find a place where we can have a community, and as many brothers and sisters from all backgrounds were welcome, as long as we share, you know, the biblical idea of actually wanting to understand the Bible, you know. And all of us have been through life, so our goal was then to relieve the pressure that we were going through in the Western world, and then come to somewhere in Africa. And in this case, for me, it became Uganda because I came the first time, I felt connected to it. Then, when by the time I came the third time, it was during lockdown, and I arrived in Uganda on the same day the lockdown took the world by storm, and they immediately declared quarantine procedures, and then no flights, no movement, nothing. And that lasted all the way up, I believe, to some places upwards of 2 years. So I ran out of money, ran out of everything here. I was having a situation in the UK with my wife at the time before I left. I was due to go back to the UK to work things out. But everything that was in the pipeline just came to an abrupt stop. My children are there. She moved on with a different man, believing that I had abandoned her, even though she could see that the world had gone into a lockdown. So anyway, the biggest problem was the financial and immigration situation, which I then found myself. No money and no immigration status at the time. So that was really, really horrible. I ran out of money maybe within a couple of weeks. Since I only came down for a few weeks before I would return to the UK. But that soon turned into months and months and years. So but here I am now. I'm trying to build a new life. The wife in the UK has moved on. We have 2 children between ourselves. And she's had another child for a different man while I was here. So there's very little for me to go back to do there with the current situation. However, trying to build a new life with an empty pocket here is a very hard thing. But that's the challenge now. So yeah, Brother Tommy has been a friend, a sympathizer, and a real human being to me. Has supported me over this last, what now? I know, 4 years, I don't know. 3 years, I don't know. Can you still hear me, brother?
Yes, we can hear you very well, brother. If gonna be something wrong with audio, I will stop you and inform you. But so far, it's so good.
Okay. So yeah, so Brother Tommy has been a very good brother to me. I would say more than many that I know. I can't actually, even without his financial support, I consider his moral and human support very, very important, and an example of how we humans need to be, regardless of our ethnicity, skin color, religious differences, education differences, sex, or gender, or, you know, all the biases, all the prejudices we have are not a deciding factor in anything.
Can I insert something here?
Yes, please.
Just to add a little bit of what I've said already so far in the previous introduction, hoping for your appearance in vain.
That's okay.
I was making clear that there are big differences in our beliefs, because there are. And I didn't even went to the details of what those differences are, but in face value of the spirit which you carry in you, this is absolutely for me secondary, or not even secondary, but maybe, I don't know, fifth thing I'm thinking of, knowing that I have someone like you, my brother, struggled, with this difficult situation in a foreign country. And actually, until now, I have to be honest, it's difficult for me to believe that there was so little help, as far as I know, from those brothers which you have had, this close relation, definitely closer relation than myself.
Yeah.
Is honestly
Well,
for me this is really difficult to understand.
I understand, and it's a big topic which we have tackled once before. But I'll let you continue first, then I'll come in.
Yeah, so maybe just one or two sentences. I would like to right now emphatically made the statement. It's a damn shame for all of you who have received so much from Brata TY, who made all this effort, who made all these sacrifices to come to Speaker's Corner and speak to all of you, to give you his wisdom, to share his wisdom, only to be completely abandoned by all of you. It's a damn shame. And this speaks volume, regardless of who you are. If this recording is gonna come to you, I mean, it's difficult for me to understand how someone so wonderful, beautiful soul like Brata TY could be abandoned by so many of you who knew about Brata TY's existence, about Brata TY's plans. Because I'll be honest with you, I wasn't the person who was following you in HIT TV, Hebrew Israelite TV. I was more so watching your recordings in Speaker's Corner, but I watched one or two lives which you have had from your, I believe, home location, when you was explaining about the plans you have for future, that you are actually planning to go to Africa.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that there was thousands of people watching your lives. Was it not?
Yeah, there would have been on and off about 2,000. Yeah, I would say at least every yeah.
And I'm asking myself a question: what happened to all those thousands of people?
Well, I don't know. I know you know. I know you can answer that anyway.
I couldn't. I'm just I'm just trying to
I know.
like a poke a bear a little bit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's a mystery.
It's a damn shame.
What we've come to learn in the world is it's not a popularity contest, and it's not, listen, brother, there are people like you and I who have a genuine love for sharing information that actually betters people's lives and souls and spirit, okay? And as it is in the world today, especially on social media everywhere, people like us, before us, and we shouldn't even, go any further down the line, kind of naming more important people than us, which we can, but they've always got, what's the word now, neglected. They've always got ignored when it comes to the people actually giving them not just the lip support, but support of their substance, So people like us have always been neglected. But if it came to people who were just entertaining them, just making them feel good for no reason, and dragging their souls where they don't really want to go, they're ready to give their substance to those people. I.e., all the stuff you find on social media, people can watch football and give their money to the Ronaldos and the Messis and the musicians. But when it comes to giving their substance, even if it's just, Brata TY, how are you feeling? How are you today? Have you had breakfast? Even if it's just that, they can't do it. But I can tell you what, if Messi declares, I know, I'm not bringing Messi's name into this for any.
It's too late. It's too late. You already did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Respect to him. But I'm just saying, if someone like him was to say today, I need money, you see the same people who give. They're more prepared to give him money than to give somebody like you and I. And that's where the world is today. So people will rather, you know what, you know, we can go, there's so many things to say, but don't want to sound like a complaining woman or something, you know, as they say, it's just a metaphor, a complaining woman. I don't want to sound like that, but we've raised this subject once before, even on our channel. And you could even look in history, you could look in the larger society. You see that the people who actually benefit, the individuals who benefit the people the most, have always been neglected and thrown away at their time of need. That's how it is. I don't want to start going into the Bible to point that out, but I'm sure you know much about that.
I mean, the first thing comes to mind is Paul, who knew this, even in the time of Paul. He understood the psychology of people, and he was writing whichever letter it was. When I was among you, I was working with my own hands, and I took nothing of you, so that nobody is gonna come back to me later and is gonna say that I have preached for money, right? So people who are real teachers of the truth, like we are, like Paul was, we can, I mean, definitely understand how this message is gonna be received. And if it was to be received at all, we would rather suffer loss and do not take a penny, you know, for this great gospel to be evil spoken of. But, you know, honestly, comes to a point in time when we need to understand what Paul was writing in another letter. Is it not the worker worthy of his wages?
Right, but you know, absolutely, your point is absolutely spot on. Unfortunately, today we are left with very few real, true people in the world. And if you and I, as two individuals, were to try to understand it from a human perspective, it's hard unless we see it in action. This now brings the things we've learned about in our wisdom, in our experience. It brings it to life. So when you hear about Christ having no home, no income of his own, no family, he just moved from place to place, slept from here to there, struggled to pay his taxes, it becomes more understandable. It becomes more understandable. You get.
It's much easier to give to someone who tells you what you want to hear, right?
Oh, there you go.
It's not so easy to give someone who
tells you what you don't want to hear.
I mean, basically, that's what it boils down to.
You. Yeah, you know, it's a spirit in the world. It's a spirit in the world. It's a spirit in the world, and it's a situation for people like us to learn lessons from anyway, you know, because we're seeing a real life situation play out before our eyes, you know. I know, for example, how much money I spent of my own money. You know, I never took a penny from anyone in the UK. I spent my own money. This wasn't a popularity contest or a fashion thing, you know. This was a real thing. So a lot of people think, I don't know, you know, I know people like us, they think we're beggars, that we just want to beg for money, sit down, do nothing, you know. But there was a young brother, just to put in this little story here. There's a young brother who came to Speaker's Corner, and after, I don't know, a year or two or something, I've been down there. He then told me, like, Brother Ty, I would like to learn this truth, so and so. And I said, look, brother, this is not an easy thing. I said, do you know where I live? Do you know where I live? I have to drive 4 hours back home this night. And I still got to go to work in the morning. And I've been at Speaker's Corner for over 12 hours. And I've spent my money and my children's money, because this is money that my children should feed on, and the wife, and the time, and the sacrifices, and putting yourself out there, you know, as it is. You make a lot of enemies just by talking truth. So I said to him, are you sure you want to do this? Because if you want to do this, it's going to take money as well. Listen, I can show you. Listen, I'm going up to Manchester tonight. I'm going to put 40 pounds in my tank. And that's what I do every day, almost 100 pounds. Every week that I come down here. And then that's just that. Never mind other things that are, that are, what's the word now, connected to this work. So
like all the books and stuff like that, right?
All the books, the study you have to do, so much that, anyway, when I'd finished, and the fact that you can get ostracized by your own family. You get ostracized by your own family, your immediate brothers and sisters. They don't want to know. Once they hear what you're saying, they're like, oh, and this has happened to me. So once I told him all of that, we sat in my car that evening, and he listened, and he said, yeah, he's ready. And because of him and because of his willing support, I was able to start our channel, because there's no way I was going to come Speaker's Corner and start editing videos throughout the next week to post videos. And him and I, we spent 3 months in my house, in my room, sometimes going without sleep for 3 days, literally 3 days, like no sleep, just uploading, editing videos, and for 3 months. And the brother, he brought all the money he had. We went shopping together with the money, so he could see this money is not going in Brother Ty's pocket. We went shopping together with the money he brought. We went shopping, bought some things that we needed, some, laptop, TV, stuff we needed for computer work. Then came home and got busy. And then every Sunday we would drive to London so he could see. So he was like, oh, Brother Ty, now I know what you're doing. Because sometimes I'd be driving from London to Manchester with him. He would fall asleep. And I'd still be driving. And I'm the one who's been talking and, So he was like, huh? So anyway, when I ended up here in my situation, I got in touch with him after some time, and he helped out. He helped out for a while. But after some time, he became a little bit like, Brother Ty, all I seem to be doing is just giving you money. That's what happened to him. All I seem to be doing is just giving you money. Anytime you call me, it seems you're just asking for money. And I'm like, what? Am I hearing that from your mouth? I can't believe I'm hearing that from your mouth. So I looked at it, and the issue that people have these days, besides the fact that they don't want truth, or they find truth hard to bear, is they do not want to give their money. They don't want to give their money to anybody that's gonna, I don't know what. But the same people, I can assure you, they're busy giving the same money to every other entity but you. So I said to him, oh, wow. If that's coming from you, it just brings into focus how the other brothers and sisters are feeling when they don't want to, they don't even care if you exist anymore. So we left the call there, and then he called back maybe a day or something, or hours or something later to say, Brother Ty, I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I really don't understand what came over me. So I was like, it's okay, brother. Anyway, we went on trying to, put some things up, media, content, and so on, website. But he still went back on his word. He still could not continue just because of money. Now, my point was, for the 5 years that I was doing Speaker's Corner and spending my money, people didn't mind. They didn't mind that it's you spending your money. Or when it's time for them to put some support, they don't want to. But the same people, they want to get in the kingdom. They want to get in the kingdom. And that's where the parable of the rich man comes into focus. And he says, oh, you want to come in the kingdom? Well, you go sell all you have. Bring the money to me. Pick up your cross and then follow me. People can't do it. They can't go and sell all they have and bring the money. They don't want to. But they want to get into the kingdom where everything is ready for them. They want to do that. So that's the problem.
That's on the one hand, but on the other hand, we need to remember that we have to be, what's the word? As snakes.
Okay.
And vigilant as, be innocent as the doves, right? Be innocent as the doves, but be
and wise as
also,
a serpent.
but know the way of the serpent. We need to be cunning with the world as well. So this is one thing people are forgetting, that one and the other have to be in balance. People, they, you know what I mean, they go into this side of, from the point of view of a preacher, in my opinion. People like you, maybe, I mean, take it or leave it. I would say maybe you would be more, maybe you should be in your way more cunning, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
it's funny.
but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say.
I understand.
I in the straightness of your conscience, in the being persuaded by the importance of the work, as a dove, treating your calling, truthfully. You was willing to do just this, sell everything you have, and go all chips in, so to say. But in this life, this cunning side of this parable, we need to understand as well that, like for example, to add to what you have said, I have never been to Speaker's Corner. Guess why?
Why?
Because, brother, I have someone like you, history of life of someone like you, and I know better. Okay?
Okay.
I mean, what I can do from my side, I can create Speaker's Corner anywhere I am, just bringing my phone with me and recording whatever I want to say, and whoever wants to come will come. You understand?
I hear you.
Do you understand? Do you hear me? Do you understand my point of view?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a beautiful thing to have experience firsthand, talking to other faiths and trying to converse about the wisdom. And at times, I have to say, I felt like I have benefited so much from Speaker's Corner, hearing all these conversations, and I gave back so little. But on the other hand, you know what I'm trying to say.
I hear you.
I would love to.
I like that. Yeah.
I would love to
I
give.
like that thing.
I would love to give my heart, to all those people I have heard conversing over the years. But reality struck. Guess what? I am a father of 5 children and, husband to a beautiful wife. And unfortunately, the reality is, you know, at this point in time in life, I just need to make a living. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So this is my main goal. And my speakers corner is everywhere I'm going. Whenever I got time, like in work today, I have spent over, I think, 4 hours, you know, in live recording, taking questions, speaking to family. This is my speakers corner. I do not have to go. I do not have to go and, you know, try to convince a Muslim to become a Christian, or you know, try to convince a Christian to become an Israelite. I don't have to do that. This is, you know, this is perhaps someone else's calling. Let someone else do this job. I have received so much in this life, and the way I want to give it back is just a different way to the one the Most High perhaps prepared to you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Do you understand my my stand on my speaker's corner?
Yeah, I hear you. No, yeah, absolutely. Not everybody is going to be able to go everywhere, do everything. And actually, even that includes people who just want to listen. So, yeah, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. The funny thing, anyway, regarding the question you asked, was like, where are those 1,000 people? Where are they? You remember the question, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, this was obvious. This was obvious answer, but I mean, elaborate, please. Where are those thousands of people who benefited from your wisdom?
Yeah,
Tell
exactly. Me. And just another point. Most of those 1,000 people, they're online. They don't even need to travel to Speaker's Corner. Most of them are online. You see, so they have zero expenses. So that if they were even charged to watch a show that happened in Speaker's Corner, they could even give $1 a day, or $1 a video or whatever. But most of them won't. Most of them will not. I'm not trying to complain or anything. I'm just trying to analyze.
No, this is just. I mean, this is just facts of life. You're just telling how it is. You know, without making it more beautiful or more ugly than it is.
No agenda.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're speaking the truth, and everyone who learned this truth would agree that it is like that. People would rather spend £8 a month on Netflix, right?
On something that, anyway, they do whatever they like with their money. But I don't know, brother. You and I, are we gonna ever change people's minds to become more, I don't know, more shrewd or more generous with their substance?
I mean, we'll see. Soon we'll see. I gave details to my REVOLUT account underneath this recording, so we will find out.
Oh boy.
We will see.
I remember one of our friends online who you know him, Kalam. You know Kalam, right?
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Was this young gentleman who was with you in Speaker's Corner?
No, he comes Speaker's Corner. He does a lot of videos, and then he teaches also on his own platform. Anyway, his channel is called Titans TV.
Okay, I recall the gentleman. Yeah, I recall him. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I remember one day he was he was on a live show, and he had spent like an hour or two, or maybe even more. And he said, and people were like, yeah, they want to hear more, they want to learn more. And he was like, okay, look, if you want me to stay here for a bit longer, I want to see somebody drop some super chat. That is the super chat donations. He was saying, make it worth my while, because this thing is not easy.
But how this guy? I mean, I understand the man. You know, I mean, But this is the definition of hireling, right? This is the hireling.
Well, listen, as much as we could say that, I defend him.
Okay.
I am in support of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Because remember the scripture which you quoted.
Yeah.
The worker is worthy of his wages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because listen, let's just be real. You know. How does a man like you and I have time to teach other people, or not even to teach first, but to learn the things we learn, sacrifice the things we sacrifice, and so on and so forth, and then share with people who give you nothing in return? You will die, and we're not supposed to want to die. But our sustenance has to come from one another. Our sustenance has to come from one another, especially if we have people who listen to you more than once. They have to sustain you. That was the formula for the Israelite priesthood, right? That was the formula. There was no other way for the priests of the Most High to sustain themselves unless the community brought things, brought money, brought substance. There was no other way. So when we have a community that has understanding, if their understanding had ever been opened, they would know that even if they don't like you, but they want to listen to you more than once, they should understand that, boy, they don't like you, but the content you're putting out is of interest to them. Otherwise, why are they coming back the second time? So if they're going to come back the second time, it would be like somebody who's going back to a restaurant where he ate some free food. If you go back the second time, they're going to ask you, what are you bringing to the table? Can you also make a donation? Because if everybody eats for free, you'd have no business. So I'm saying, regardless of what people's background is, religious, sexual, whatever, ethnicity and so on, regardless of their background, they need to come to an understanding that when you're consuming content produced by another human, try and appreciate, try and support. Don't just swallow everything as we swallow air and oxygen. Try and be a human being who can give. That's why sometimes you can't blame the harshness of the system that runs the world, because it's a sign and a revelation to us that you human beings, you are ungrateful. If we didn't charge you by force, you would never appreciate what you have. So I'll give you an anecdote. I'll give you a small anecdote. Can you still hear me, brother?
Yeah, we can hear very well, brother.
I'll give you a small anecdote. A man was dying in hospital, and the doctors were saying, oh, there's not much they can do. He needs an oxygen cylinder if he would have a chance to survive. He needs an oxygen cylinder to supply oxygen to him. Otherwise, he was going to die within the next few, hours, days or what. So they came to the man, and the man was a rich man. And when they told him, he was like, what? I need to pay for the oxygen? He was like, I can't even believe this. They said, what's the problem? You're a rich man. He said, no, it's not. He's not complaining because he doesn't want to pay. He's just realizing how much free oxygen he's been having all his life and never paid for. So now they want to bring an oxygen cylinder. He understands the value of it. So people need to understand the value of whatever it is they're consuming in this life, whatever it is.
Can I amplify what you've just said? You've just said?
Yes, please.
This is beautiful parable which you have gave, and to amplify it, I hope family you will understand. recently I'm sitting and watching my son playing football with my uh, with my with my son's team and conversing with the mother of one of the players, with Sam's mother. And we are just conversing, what is going on in her life, what's going on in my life, how is her new job, because she started just a new job. And she's saying then on top of, the driving which she's doing, she's actually now in the middle of course. She's doing like maths course at the moment. And I'm asking her, is it free or is it paid for? And she's telling me it's not free, it's paid for. And I'm telling to her, so I mean, thank God for that, because if it was for free, you wouldn't have a drive to finish it. And she told me, Thomas, you are exactly right. Because what next thing she said to me, Thomas, I had already many courses I have started, I have never finished because I haven't paid for them. I was actually encouraged by the producers of the courses. I was, dropping halfway through it to continue, but just because it was free, I never had, incentive to finish.
Incentives, yeah.
But
yeah, exactly.
when you know that you have actually invested something of value, like money, in the course already, this is sometimes good enough incentive for you to carry on and to finish. But if it comes for
Absolutely.
free, it's not the same
you don't
thing.
value it.
It's not the same
It's not
thing.
the same. Exactly. So you see, the wicked world we live in, you would have noticed that it started from Genesis, because the Creator realized that what He had given us for free, or given man for free, they threw it away without any gratitude. They threw it away because they didn't know the value. And hence, from then onwards, we were going to be taught the value of everything. We were going to be taught sacrifice. We were going to be taught self-sacrifice and self-discipline. Even human sacrifice. We were going to be taught even human sacrifice. You want to live? Show me you're ready to sacrifice your life. So that happened with Abraham, happened with quite a couple other people, including Christ himself, including all the apostles. It was always going to be an eye-opener for us, and a struggle, and if you like, a type of payback for ungratefulness, ingratitude, because we don't seem to understand. We've lost that touch. I mean, look how, example, I'm not pointing fingers or trying to blame anyone, but just look how entertainers are more preferred over teachers, doctors, cleaners, and so on and so forth. Entertainers. You play football, you can dunk a ball, you can sing for people, they'll give you all their money. But you come trying to teach them something that benefits them, real life. The system says, no, you deserve nothing. You deserve nothing. So what that then does is it makes life become a struggle, or living become a struggle, to the point where hopefully the human being who has been rebellious in all manner has now realized the worth of the oxygen that he breathes in. He has to realize it. He has to know it. He has to understand it. He has to understand that this thing comes at a cost. There's a price for everything. And if you have somebody who's paying the price for you, appreciate it. That's the least you can do. If you're not gonna pay that same price, if you're not gonna be as an example, please, I'm not trying to sound proud or anything, but if you're not gonna be able to drive from Manchester every Sunday, spend your own family money to go and teach and impart knowledge, impart a whole lot of things, if you're not gonna be able to do it, at least give the guy who's willing to do it for you let him eat something. Let him breathe something. After he's done all of that, let him eat something. You don't. He doesn't need to have $1 million, but each of you give him something small. What I'm saying, I'm not begging. I'm not begging anyone to. This is not a begging or preaching. It's just an awareness for what lies ahead of the human race. The human race needs to understand. Yeah.
Like we've said already, this is just part of the gospel, which is, I mean, is just there.
Exactly.
It's just there.
Exactly.
Like, you will not muzzle the mouth of the ox with tread the corn. Right? Is it not?
Absolutely.
Is it not? Paul said, "Is it not for our sake the Most High gave this holy commandment?"
Absolutely.
And how?
And we are supposed to teach the world, regardless of their religious or faith background, because there's a reason for it. Remember, we are supposed to teach one another in order for us to avoid the greatest wrath that can come on us as a people, as a humankind. If we could, you know how what's the prophet who in Sodom and Gomorrah again? Who's that prophet again?
Lot.
Or let's even say Noah. Yeah, Lot. Let's even say Noah was commanded to build the ark. He wasn't commanded to save himself only, but as we understand, while he was building the ark, it's big enough for enough human beings to escape the wrath that was going to come. And then he spent a lot of time trying to change their minds with the hope that maybe they may just see the point. They may just see the point. But they didn't want to. So the same is going on today in the world, in the Western Hemisphere, where we've had a lot of what's the word now? Entitlement. People have wasted substance. They have wasted everything. So if you come to Africa now, you will see loads and loads of commodities and substances that are called second-hand goods. People in the West, they use them for 2 days, they throw them away. It ends up with the poorer people of the world. So the people in the West have no real appreciation for what they have, even though life is tough for them too. But the parody here is that life is now getting tougher. Life is getting tougher incrementally. Incrementally, life is turning in the direction where the rich are soon going to become the poor, and the poor are going to become the rich. And that's scriptural. So the idea is for the rich to start understanding that incrementally they need to start appreciating the values or the substance they have in order to escape the wrath that the poor have had to endure for aeons. The poor have had to endure so much wrath of poverty, of neglect, of corruption amongst themselves. But it's coming slowly, incrementally, to those who have had it and wasted it. To those, you know, one of the reasons why I wanted to leave the UK, do you know why?
You told me a few reasons, but tell me what you want to say.
Because if you look carefully, in the West, there's an oversaturation of information. There's an oversaturation of information to the point whereby the people in the West, they just look at you like, what's this one talking about? We don't have time. We're not interested. They
stop differentiating. This is the word, right? Between what is the true, you know, pearls and what is the fake, because there is, like you say, there's over exaggeration of any type of information, and it's just, you know, the more information it is more difficult to discern.
Unless it's appreciated. the less it's appreciated.
Yeah, because what is the true
The less,
jewel right now? I mean, like people coming to HAYAH TV, and you know they hearing stuff we believe and teach for the first time, and the answer oftentimes is to what we believe and teach is, you must be the most clever person in the world. Show me the people who believe like you do. You know what I mean?
oh boy.
Because now, you know, to evaluate the truth I'm preaching, just reading the book, the evaluation is going to be that I'm going to have crowds of people, you know, walking behind me and believing what I believe. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. People don't know it doesn't work like that. The
Listen,
more truth you speak,
Art
less people want to listen.
Art Pine Tree is back. It's all about the power of money. Listen, brother, if you are on the money, let me ask you the direct question right now. Type. Because as I told you, I have already gave my details to REVOLUT account in order to be like, you know, a deliverer of hopefully donations which hopefully are coming your way. Is there any way people could send you money directly, Kai? Without,
yeah, there is, you know.
So inform family what would be the best way to send you the money directly.
There's Western Union.
So
Western Union.
So for those of you who don't know, for those of you who do not know how to use Western Union, what do you say? I will leave the details of your name and all the details which are necessary for sending the money using Western Union, and I will give those details in description of this recording. Can I have your blessings to do that?
Yeah, that's fine. I've got a bank account, here in Uganda now.
Oh, you got the bank account right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something I didn't know about. So
yeah, you know.
Okay, so this is very good news for you as well, isn't it? Because I know for some time you was trying to get one and you was unable to, right?
Yeah, you know, that's another story anyway. How the Most High helped me to. So the reason why that was even important at one point, if you remember, was my PayPal in the UK was stopped or suspended because I didn't have the bank account in the UK anymore, because now during COVID, all my correspondence was sent back to the bank and they just suspended my account. So PayPal wasn't able to put any money there. And then I thought, okay, if I was able to have an account in Uganda, maybe PayPal would be able to I'd be able to make some money somehow. And get PayPal to cash the money out, since the Visa cards, all of those cards don't work anymore. Anyway, that didn't work also anyway, but fortunately, I was, able to register a bank account in my name, which I use very, very little. If there's no money, you're not making any money. How do you actually? But so people can, if they want to, if they are moved to, they can put money in that. I can leave the details somewhere in the chat, or
you can leave those in the chat, and definitely send me those on WhatsApp, and I will post them underneath in description of this recording.
Yeah, actually, that could be fine. Yeah. So anyone out there who wants to help, we're not beggars. I'm just a person who has very peculiar circumstances. I don't think I'm the only one in the world or anywhere who's going through something like that, but my case is only peculiar because of what I do. But I appreciate Brother Tomka for giving me this platform to air out my troubles, and also to thank him for his support over the years. Just having someone there like him or like you who just gives me hope, you know. I don't know if people know how it feels to be cut off from the economic world at this time and age, and you know, it's a horrible thing. And people might say, why didn't you just get a job? Why didn't you just get a job? Well, I couldn't get a job. And so for so many reasons, okay? It's not, you can't just get a job like that. But I'm not afraid of working. I've worked all my life. I've worked from my childhood in jobs you wouldn't even believe if I told you I did them as a child. So I have no problem with working. I love work and so on and so forth. So, but there come situations in life where your hands are just tied. There's nothing you can do much about it. But in a peculiar situation like mine, it's also a time to learn a lot of lessons. One of them being, that's when you find out who your real friends are. That's when you find out who your real family is, and so on and so forth. So some of you out there, those people surrounding you or giving you likes on your Instagram and your social medias and your jobs and your businesses, if a test like mine comes your way, trust me, you really know who your friends are. You really know who your family are. And one other thing is, you will be surprised by those who actually really love you. You might be surprised to find out who really loves you. And it wouldn't be that person you're thinking of. So anyway, yeah. So anyone who wants to help out or even wants to reach out to me, or reach out to Brother Tomek, you can do so. I'll drop some more details for him, and he'll do what he can. So I appreciate all of you listening. If you're listening to me somehow, and I really want to ask you all to say thank you to the brother. He really is a good human being. I can say that without any fear. I can really say that, and I pray for his family, pray for his his well-being and everything. Because what he's done, what he has been for me, I can show you my WhatsApp. Many families have not been. What he has been for me, many families have not been. They've been the opposite. So that's when you find out who your real family is. So I want to say thank you to the brother. Please. That's it.
Glory to the Most High, as I told you many times before. I'm trying to treat any help I'm able to give you anybody else. As the Christ said, let your right hand do not know what your left hand is doing. So whatever little I was able to help you, brother, I do apologize. I couldn't help you more. But whatever I was able and I will be able to give, I will definitely give. Brother Tai, what do you say? What do you say? Are we gonna wrap up for this evening?
Yeah, please. I think I think especially you, yeah.
Can I take this moment and read a passage of scriptures to the family?
Yes, please. Yeah.
I'm gonna read from Book of James, 2nd chapter, and 14th verse. What doth it profit if my brethren, though a many say, he had faith, and have not works? Can faith save him? If a brother or a sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, Depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled. Notwithstanding, ye give them not these things which are needful to the body. What doth it profit? Even so faith, if had no works, is dead, being alone.
Mm. Mm. Wow.
I believe this is the consensus of what we were trying to gain
Trying to
in this
impart to the
conversation.
people. Yeah,
This is the sense
absolutely.
of whatever we have spoken in this conversation. It's hard to understand
Absolutely.
for people nowadays how important it is to put your works where your mouth is. It's easy to say,
Mm.
but it's so difficult for some people to give. It's just how it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that scripture, brother. You know, sometimes when we read such scripture, people think you're just trying to make them feel bad, feel guilty. but that's not
Absolutely,
the
brother,
point.
absolutely. This was the main purpose. This was the main purpose.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, boy, for sure, for sure.
I mean,
It works, it works.
I mean,
yeah.
wisdom is
It
known.
works.
Wisdom is known of her children. I mean, whoever understands the wisdom, he will understand what we've said, and whoever wants to turn to what is not is gonna turn to what is not. And I mean, we can do nothing about it, Ty, can we?
Well, that's true. That's true. That's true. Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate, brother. I appreciate. And we appreciate everybody there. And to also make a point that there are many people also having a struggle, and we also put our support with them and hope that they also can find help and support in these times. And even some people they're not going through financial difficulties, but they have other difficulties also. So with that, you can talk to us as well. My brother Tommy, he has a lot of experience talking about these things. So, you can talk to us as well about these things, but don't be afraid. I'm not ashamed of my situation, I can always talk to anybody about it. So don't be afraid to talk about your situation if you're out there, whatever the issues are.
Just recently, maybe a couple days ago, maybe I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, during a live, I had a person come in and explaining that he's in a very difficult financial situation, and not knowing the person, but it felt I felt that this what he wrote was very sincere, and if I only could help in some financial way at the time, I would. And for this person, I am explaining right now, and I will probably explain again in Polish language during one of live session which I'm gonna set up specially to spread this message, that from now on I will make available my Revolut account, and I'm thinking about opening Patreon as well, for the simple purpose being like a bridge for spreading not only the good news but also the wealth for those of you who have in abundance, to be able to help to those in need. So whatever you want to think about me making this moving forward, this is what I have decided to do. I'm gonna give details to my Revolut account and to Patreon, which I'm planning to set up, and whoever wants to give, thank you in advance.
Okay. Thank you. That's great. So anyone, I've left a few details there with your permission. If people have any questions, I know some people might have a difficulty trying to navigate how banks work, but if you're gonna do Western Union, if you can, I'll put the details there as well. I don't know if people use Western Union much where you are. Do people use Western Union a lot where you are?
And just to tell you, Ty, that I have noticed, I don't know how to set it up, but each time I'm making live session, all the comments during the live which appear, they disappear later on. So whatever details you have put on, I will ask you to give me those details later on in WhatsApp. And whenever this live is gonna be uploaded by YouTube, I'm gonna put those details which you have shared just now again in description of this recording. So it's gonna be there available, whoever wants to support you, so they may have those details with them.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it allowed to put a phone number there? Is it allowed?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I can put whatever details I have put. I can put whatever details I want in the description. No problem.
Okay, so people can reach out to me on WhatsApp if they can.
So I will read to you in case you would like to send right now, and do not wait until I'm gonna put those details up. So the details are using Western Union. Peter spells P for Papa, E for Echo, T for Tango, E for Echo, A for Romeo. Omotaiyewo, which spells O for Oscar, M for Mother, O for Oscar, T for Tango, A for Alpha, I for Ivory, Y for Yankee, E for Echo, W for Whiskey, and O for Oscar. And so this is your first surname, or this is your second name, Omotaiyewo?
Yeah, that's the middle name.
That's the middle name.
That's the middle name. Yeah.
And the last name
is
Omolabi.
Yeah.
Which is O for Oscar, M for Mother, O for Oscar, L for Lima, A for Alpha, B for Bravo, I for Ivory. And with direction going to Jinja, Uganda, which spells J for Juliet, I for Ivory, N for November, J for Juliet, A for Ivory. And then space, Uganda. U for U-turn, G for Ghana, A for Alpha, N for November, D for Delta, and A for Alpha. That's the details. And I will repeat those details again in the description of this recording, plus details to Brother TY bank account as well. And as the Christian preachers say, I mean, we could say this as well. God loves the cheerful giver, right?
That's very true.
How many times I have heard this, God loves cheerful giver. But I mean, it's so true. And it's true. Yeah. I mean, comes so many times, in the time of people not really being in need, right? Because we know that those superpower preachers, they abuse this statement. But in this case, definitely, the Most High will love your cheerful help if you can provide it, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've put all my details there. The addresses are there, the WhatsApp is there, the bank account number is there, but most importantly, WhatsApp is there. Anyone who needs to ask more questions about me or from me, you can reach out directly to me, or you can reach out to Brother Tomek, and he will forward more details to you. And as I said, anybody wants to chat to me just on different matters, or even if I don't know, Brother Tomek, I'll leave you to round up on that anyway. Yeah.
I mean, to round up, I would say, perhaps you don't know, because I know that you are not really following what's going on in HAYAH TV, understandably, because most of the recordings we have in HAYAH TV, they are foreign to you because of the language I'm using, right? But there are some recordings in English language. If you would like to find out more about what we believe and teach in HAYAH TV, Brother TY, I will send you some links you can see in your own free time. And from quite a few weeks now, I think maybe a couple of months, I give my phone number to call me directly. And actually, I am trying to encourage Christianity to perhaps call me during live sessions to destroy what we are teaching, but guess what? How many people is calling to destroy what we are teaching and what we are believing? Guess how many people?
0.
0. Thank you very much. Which says everything about your Christian religion, which have nothing to offer.
It's a
Your
it's a very
Christian,
difficult thing.
I mean, what we are doing in HAYAH TV, we are doing for quite a while right now. It's like maybe 7 years. So many people in Polish language, they are not aware of HAYAH TV, but I am explaining to those who do not know that prior to second coming of HAYAH TV, after first HAYAH TV was shot by YouTube, there was enough time for the preachers in Polish language to learn the doctrine we are teaching, and people, they just genuinely know, those who know, that there is no way Christianity can stand into the intellectual contest with us in HAYAH TV. So, you know, the silence, which
It's deafening.
I mean, is proof in itself that Christianity, you have nothing to offer against what we believe and teach in HAYAH TV. And glory to the Most High for this. Because those people who are not convinced what to believe, I mean, only by your lack of actions, Christianity, they're gonna believe that what we actually are reading from this book actually is the truth, and Christianity, unfortunately, is the lie.
It's the biggest lie now. It's the biggest deception. Nobody likes to hear that, even though you're not trying to upset people. You're trying to show them the deception.
It sounds like an insult when I'm not begging, but I'm trying to encourage Christianity. We know very well there are hundreds, thousands of YouTube channels which receive the message going from HAYAH TV. Ask yourself a question, family. There is no one Christian Goliath to stand in the intellectual contest with us. And the answer is, like British saying, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, the pudding is this. We are encouraging you, Christianity, to come into intellectual contest with us, and there is no Goliath. And this is my fault, right? This is my fault, right? So let it be so. I'm just gonna read one last comment. Do you know Guru of Knowledge, Sanjay Yarashek? I don't know that person. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's a guy who teaches on I don't know. They sound the same anyway. Guru. Yeah.
Brother Tai, are we wrapping up?
Yeah. That's great, brother. It's 11 o'clock here also.
Yeah.
Quite late. So I appreciate to everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, family, for
Thank you.
all support, kind support. If you're gonna send the support, we would like to thank you. If it's material support, we thank you. If it's spiritual support, we thank you even more. Blessings to all families, all children of Israel scattered around the world.
Mm-hmm. May we see and speak again soon. Shalom.
Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to you, families.
Shalom. Peace.
Także słowo ode mnie na koniec w języku polskim. Dziękuję wam, rodziną, która byliście świadkiem tego nagrania. Tak jak powiedzieliśmy w języku angielskim, tylko powtórzę pokrótce. Słuchajcie, kto zechce, to pomoże. Kto zechce, to pomoże. Prawda rozpoznaje prawdę. Jeżeli dojdziecie do wniosku, być może odsłuchując nagrania Brata TY w języku angielskim, być może przetłumaczcie sobie w AI na język polski, że warto by było wspomóc tego brata, który poświęcił tak wiele swego czasu i środków materialnych na szerzenie Ewangelii. Pomóżcie po prostu. Wydaje mi się, że należy się bratu Tayowi ta pomoc. Pokój Izraelowi, pokój wybrance, niech moc Najwyższego będzie z wami rodziną. Chwała HAYAH.